Very good evening. Today we are going to discuss about one of the mostly asked interview questions in the Verilog or in the very basic roles for an intern roles, which is what is the difference between integer and reg. So just for your context, integer is a data type and reg is also a data type. Both are data types. Okay. So whenever this question is being asked, I was able to see when I was working as a faculty, I was able to see most of the students were struggling. So today I thought, okay, so much of the people might have known about it, but I thought it's worth making a video on it. So as per my approach, instead of directly telling you what's the difference between both of them, let me try a different approach of directly showing you everything in a code. So we will be discussing everything with respect to an code. So yes, let me start writing the code. So let us consider it is a module. As I have already said you in the previous videos. So as I'm telling about this particular, as we are working on learning the basics, I'm just writing everything in the TB. Okay. So now let me take two variables, reg, and let me name it as a underscore reg and integer I underscore integer. Okay. So let me consider the two variables. So let me take an initial, begin, and the end. So let me take a dollar display statement. So as I haven't initialized anything, I can try for the initial value of a underscore reg is percentage B. I'm printing it in the binary. So this is nothing but a underscore reg. And here I'm considering this one like dollar display initial value of I underscore integer is percentage B. So this is also I underscore integer. Is that okay? So let us just run this code and let us check whether I have made any mistakes, or if not so also let us check. So here you can see that the a underscore reg value is don't care, and here there are many don't cares. So instead of counting it, let me take the percentage h. So let me print in percentage h. So in hexadecimal, in hexadecimal. Okay. So now let us check the difference. So you can see that here for a underscore reg, there is only one don't care. Okay. And here I'm having 1, 2, 3, 4 and 8. So let us try to analyze this. Yes. So generally, what was the value which we have got here? We got here as a don't care. And here, whatever the thing which we have got is nothing but 32 tick H, don't care, 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 don't care. So whenever it is an hexadecimal, automatically one corresponds to 4 bits. So therefore 8 into 4, 32 bits is the size of integer. So this is 32 bits and this is 1 bit. So the second difference, whatever the first difference, we were able to figure it out. What is that? Reg is a 1-bit variable and integer is a 32-bit variable. Okay. Now I wanted to find out the next difference. Is there any other next difference? Let us find. Okay. So as of now, initially I don't want this, so I'm commenting this one. So here let us consider a underscore reg is nothing but 5. Okay, before going further, as we came to know about a difference, right? Generally, the reg is nothing but the 32 bit. So integer is nothing but the 32 bit and reg is 1 bit. Let us write down the reg also in terms of 32 bit so that we can easily analyze the next things. So I'm just taking a packed array. For a reg, I'm taking an packed array 31 down to 0. Reg 31 down to 0. Okay. So this is going to be the 32-bit register. Yes. So now let's try to print the initial values first of all. Later we will go for the next step. So let's check. So here you can see that both are 32-bit only right now. So now it will be easy for us to find if there are any differences. Okay. So let me comment it. So a underscore reg value, let me consider it as 5. And similarly, I underscore integer value also, let me consider it as 5. Okay. Now let me print the values of both integer and register. So instead of taking it as percentage %b, let me take it as percentage %0d. This is also as 0d. Okay. Now let me print this. So in order to check this, yeah, you can see that here the values of a underscore reg and integer are same only. A underscore reg as of now is a 32-bit packed array, and integer is nothing but it's a normal one. It's an integer data type. So here we can see that both the values are one and the same. So we haven't found any difference. Okay. So now let us make one more change. Let us make one more change. So let me just copy this and comment this one. Yes. So let me consider this value is -5 and let me consider this value is also -5. Okay. So first let's try to print the binary equivalents and the hexadecimal equivalent. Okay. So now let me print it. My God. See, surprisingly, I got some different value. Okay. And if I see that hexadecimal equivalent, I got something like FFFFF 7Fs followed with a B. So why is this happening? So the first question which student needs to understand is why is this happening? Why am I getting this particular values? So the next question which the students should consider is why am I getting these two values? Yes. Yes. So generally, the one thing which we are already aware is nothing but all the tools will represent most of the Verilog tools or some other C language related also, but I'm concerned mostly with the Verilog tools follow the two's complement procedure. Two's complement. Okay. So generally, if I'm giving it something as a negative number, automatically, how are we going to apply the two's complement? We are going to take something called as 2 power 32 minus 5 will be the 2's complement of this particular thing. So whenever I tell this, there were more questions from the students like, sir, why 2 power 32? So let us consider if it is a negative number. Okay. So you are considering, for suppose let us consider 5101 is the our negative number. So what is the first step which we are going to do? We are going to invert all the bits and later we are going to add 1. Okay. This is the procedure which we are going to do. Instead of that particular procedure, I'm taking all the 5 ones together and I'm subtracting it with 00101. And whatever the result is there, I'm adding it with 1. So both of them are one and the same. Okay. So let us consider here 5 ones are there. Okay. So can I write down this particular value as 2 power 5 minus 1 and 2 power 5 minus 1 minus whatever the value of 5 and later you are adding plus 1. So plus 1 minus 1. So the result will be 2 power 5 minus 5 for 5 bit. So similarly for 32 bit it is 2 power 32 minus 5. Okay. So let me check whether I am right or wrong. Let me take a calculator and let me check it. So let me consider as scientific 2 power 32 minus 5. So this is going to be 429, some a very big number. So let me copy it in the programmer. Now if you can check the hexadecimal equivalent, it is exactly matching whatever the value which we have got. So this is the proof for that. Okay. Now, so whenever we got this particular value and whatever the value is matching, still whatever the value we are getting it at a underscore reg is same as I underscore integer. Then what's the difference between both of them? So in order to understand that corresponding difference, let me take this particular thing and let me print it in decimal. So this is 0D, this is 0D. So in decimal. Okay. So now you can see that whenever I'm printing it in the decimal, I got whatever the value which we have observed on the calculator in the reg. Okay. See here, whatever the value which we got on the calculator 4294967,291, we got it here. But here, whenever I'm considering I underscore integer, I got it as directly minus 5. Okay. So why is this difference occurring? So this is one of the major difference between the integer and the this one. So here I'm getting something in a signed way, and here I'm getting it in an unsigned. Okay. So with this, one more difference between reg and integer is nothing but integer. See here, integer is a signed one and reg is an unsigned one. Okay. So now if I'm asking you people, what's the difference between the reg and the integer? So the reg is having 1 bit, it is 1 bit, and integer is 32 bit. Reg is nothing but the default value is don't care. And here integer is nothing but the default value is 32 tick h don't care. And one more difference is the integer is nothing but it is signed and the reg is nothing but unsigned. Okay. So Verilog generally offers one more data type called as signed data type. So I can directly tell you like integer is equals to reg signed 31 down to 0. So with whatever the statement I have said you, let us check once because it's my duty to prove it. So let me take something called as reg signed 31 down to 0, a underscore reg 32. Okay. So here let us consider a underscore reg 32. 32 is equals to minus 5. So once this is done, let me print the value of a underscore reg 32 in the decimal. So this is going to be of a underscore reg 32 in decimal is a underscore reg 32. Okay. So if I can check it, if whatever I have said is true, we should see minus 5 directly, and we are seeing it. So my last statement on integer is equals to reg 32, reg signed 31 down to 0 is also true. So this is the basic difference between reg and the integer. Okay, thanks for viewing the Beacon Preceptor. Please do like, share and subscribe to the Beacon Preceptor. If you have still any questions, please do comment in the comments below, and we will be always available to you with a very good questions and a basic questions with respect to VLSA. Thank you one and all. Thanks for your time. We will meet in the next video. Thank you.